Hey everybody, thank you for joining us on the TWNRGY Podcast.
Thank you very much.
What? I just wanted to give you guys some tips on where to find us. The main thing, well, obviously you found us if you're watching this, but...
you found us, thank you. We were lost for a little while.
Search, first one is YouTube. Go on YouTube and search TWNRGY, TWNRGY. And also do the same thing on Facebook, search TWNRGY. And then also we have a Patreon account. Or first off, we have an Instagram account. Do it for the gram, y'all. Gram it up. Grammy season's coming up. Yeah, folks. Get those grams.
Award-winning.
Likes, comments, whatever. But yeah, search for us on Instagram. Search TWNRGY. And then also, Patreon. We have a Patreon account. That website is www.patreon, and it'll be /TWNRGY. And on Patreon, you'll be able to see our videos, and you'll have an opportunity to contribute if you'd like, whether it's monthly or a one-time contribution. There is expenses that are factored into this, whether it's posting and other things of that sort. But if not, feel free to continue to watch us for free and enjoy the material that we put out. And Adam has some other information in regards to how you can find us.
All right. The other things you could do to find a place to, say, listen to us on is go on Apple iTunes, go on that search bar, type in TWNRGY, TWNRGY, and then our podcast will pop up. Also, the same for Spotify. Just type in our TWNRGY name. It'll come up. And then go on Stitcher. It'll come up and you'll find us, and you could download an app for Stitcher and Spotify on your phone. This way it makes it easy to get there, on the go.
Yeah, if you have Apple, it's already on the phone, I believe.
Yeah, you already have the Apple iTunes app on there. So yeah, Apple, Android, whatever you have,
what
download
your affiliation, just
whatever site you find yourself on. Download Stitcher or Spotify app. Type in TWNRGY and you'll find us.
And once you do find us on YouTube, if you could subscribe, that'd be amazing. It's just as good as contributing financially sometimes.
You can subscribe on iTunes as well.
Subscribe on iTunes.
Don't forget that.
Leave comments, leave suggestions.
We're open for it.
Open, ready for any suggestions and comments that you may have. Just let us know. We'll continue to bring information about health and wellness. And just want to say thanks again for listening to us. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Adam Fernandez.
With the TWNRGY Podcast. Love you guys. Take care.
Take care. Love you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Aaron.
And I'm Adam.
And we're here today with the TWNRGY Podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about gratitude journals or gratitude journal entries.
Journal in general, too.
Journal. Yeah, I kind of want to focus on my part for that. I just want to focus on the gratitude aspect. But, because we've already talked about journals in the past. But, some of or when I say writing in a journal, I know a lot of people nowadays, they'll use a computer, they'll type something up, they have their tablets, you kind of type something up as well. Or even on your smartphone, just thumbing it up, typing it up.
Or video, or sound it, speak into it.
Voice to text, something like that. All those things are easy. But then when you think about it, if you look at the text, all that text is, I'll say, like, general, anybody could have written it, but when you actually put pen to paper and write something with your own hand, it's more personable because it's your handwriting. You know that you're the one that wrote it for the most part, unless you're for some odd reason sleepwalking and writing things down and you forgot that you wrote it. But
what if you don't have hands?
Hey man, then you can use I
guess you use your feet.
Any ways possible, any means necessary. Use your hands. I've seen people who don't have hands that paint with their mouth instead of the brush stick, but however you do it. I saw that
in a commercial.
I did. However you do it, just write things down. Write it down in your own handwriting, foot writing, whatever the case may be, whatever your capabilities are. And it's personable. It's relatable. It holds you accountable. Because we'll talk a little bit more about what's right in the gratitude aspect of the gratitude journal, but it holds you accountable for you to have success in the future, depending on what you write about in your gratitude journal. But there were some studies. There's always studies being done, but there was one that I had seen in particular that kind of showed the benefits of keeping a gratitude journal. It had said that it lowers your likelihood of depression, lowers your likelihood of anxiety, actually increases your immune system. So it increases, I think, your T cell count. So you're able to fight off diseases, sicknesses, colds, flus, whatever, depending on what season it is. And and also what it does, it puts you in a better mood. For me, depending on the day, it puts me on a better mood depending on what I'm writing in my gratitude journal. But also there was another study that was done that had like 3 separate control groups. They had the first control group where they had the individuals write negative things down in their gratitude journal or journal, whatever it was. They had a second group that just wrote whatever came on their mind, like whatever happened during the day. No guidance specifically in regards to what to write about. Just said, hey, write about whatever comes across your mind. And they had a third group in that study that they told just strictly write about positive aspects, like basically what a gratitude journal is. And what happened is, after the fact, one thing that they noticed is that the individuals who wrote positive entries into their journal had better health than either of the 2 groups. So, like I was saying, there's one study that says, yes, it does help your health, and then this one just kind of just point blank, right in your face, shows you that by writing positive entries like a gratitude journal, it'll definitely increase your health and your well-being, and just also help to increase individuals' well-being around you. It's like you'll be happy, and then you'll kind of be spreading it. But yeah, just those are some of the things that I wanted to start off in regard to gratitude journal, and then next kick it off to Adam.
All right. I'm gonna move it on to my section.
Moving on up over here, Jefferson,
Wheezy over here. Call me George.
No one says about my asthma, man. Call me Wheezy over here.
Alright, so still talking about gratitude journal. Just kind of some of the things that I write down are just kind of things I'm grateful for in regards to, say, my good health. Because everything can change in a moment's notice.
Yes,
you never
sir.
know. You could be doing fine one moment, health-wise, and the next moment, just something happens.
Yeah, like a weird mole or something. You're like, oh man, I'm so good. Then you got a mole when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah, dude.
Things turn around in an instant.
So, whether it's a beautiful day, even if it's an ugly day, if it's just gray or rainy, like any day, just being alive, it's just kind of a beautiful day because you get to experience things a whole nother day, hopefully the full day, and more to come.
And especially if you're with people you love, enjoy those little dudes, always have a good time. Mom, dad, friends, family, Kobe.
Yeah. So friends that you enjoy, family you enjoy spending time with, and just kind of those things that you gotta maybe want to put in your journal. I personally try to keep it more towards the positive side. Not that I don't mention negative things that have happened in my day, but I'll just try to even put a positive spin on it, at least in my mind. I'm like, okay, this bad thing happened, but I can learn from it to make it not happen.
Definitely.
Just a learning experience to not have to have that happen again, and hopefully move on from that point and get past it if you're able to do that. But also, I learned just as much from these negative things as much as positive. So it's just I like to write the positive and just put a positive twist on it, and because we all generally tend to focus on the negative. So then I just try to keep things as positive as possible. I'm not 100% positive all the time.
Yeah, look at the news.
I'm talking about myself.
I know, but a lot of things are negative a lot of the time. So.
Yeah, so it's just sometimes I don't really watch the news, so I don't know that.
You're a Fox guy over here watching the news, watching CNN.
Fox guy? I don't watch any TV.
Nah, I'm just kidding. The only time I ever catch the news is when I'm at the gym and something's like on the TV and I'm maybe just reading from a distance myself. But yeah, just try to keep the news. I'll read headlines, this and that, but the news generally gravitates towards the negative.
But that's the good thing about writing it in your journal. You have these negative and positive things happen to you. Hopefully you just put more positive in there, but you just kind of reiterate to yourself, you know what? Things aren't that bad. I did have a good day. This happened, that happened. You look back on your day. You're like, okay, maybe I was in a bad mood because of this, but now that I'm writing it down and I see it on paper, it really wasn't that bad. I got to see my family, got to see my friends, got paid today, whatever happens and stuff. And I'm not sick anymore. I had the flu for a week. Today was the first day I'm not feeling sick, and so I haven't had the flu.
Stay away from me if you get the flu, dude.
No flu for me.
On wood, man.
So I want to stay away from that stuff. But I'll generally write for about 10 plus minutes, maybe 5 minutes. It all depends on how much time I have, how busy, how much I got done in the day. Because I'll just generally also kind of just write different events that happened to me throughout the day, or what I did.
Yeah.
And just explaining a day in the life of Adam in my journal.
Day in the life over here, the Beatles.
There you go. And I'll try to do it at the end of the evening. If I don't have time, I'll do it the next day, whether the morning, afternoon, whenever I get to it. Sometimes I'll do 2 journal entries in a day, one for the day before, one from that day. It all just depends. Everything changes at whatever time you got, whenever you can do it. If you need to skip a day, skip a day. I like to at least write a little bit of something, whether it's significant or not, and then usually I'll write that part of my journal, and then at the end of it, I'll write what I'm grateful for, whether it's family, friends, having a good day, being able to enjoy great weather, great friends, whatever it is, and or learning from something
like
that
you said earlier.
Yeah, man, or learning from a bad situation. So, and I'll generally write about a half a page, or a little bit more than a page, just kind of, as I said, as depends on how detailed I want to be and what I ended up doing in that day, and just kind of explaining it a bit. But yeah, and just always making sure to end it with that gratitude and just being thankful, because
so much to be thankful for.
Yeah, so it's always, I'm grateful just to be alive and experiencing life and healthy, and yeah, just to help others.
And just to piggyback off of Adam's the whole journal aspect, I don't have a specific gratitude journal that I keep separate. I kind of have my regular everyday journal, and like Adam said, sometimes either at the beginning I'll write like a sentence or two about what I'm grateful for, and then that'll maybe be in the morning, and then also at the end of the day I'll write a couple things which I'm grateful for as well.
Cool. But kind of wraps it up.
Oh, I had a couple more things.
Oh, there you go. Doesn't wrap it up.
Like a little burrito or something like that. But I'll finish up on a couple other topics I wanted to touch base on. I just want to kind of touch base on some of the types of entries that I write about. In the very beginning, when I started doing it earlier this year, a lot of my entries were focused on like, oh, I had a great day at work, I had a good time hanging out with my family, it was a great day on a bike ride, this, that, and the other. And I also kind of just upgraded it a little bit. I was also listening to this one, I think it was a doctor or a psychologist, something to this extent, had talked about being a little bit more specific in your gratitude journal. Like one thing that I'll typically write, maybe geared towards facets I need to focus on in my everyday life. Like today, I was grateful that I didn't argue with somebody when they provoked me to argue back with them. Like I didn't argue back with them when they said something to me. Or today I was happy that I didn't freak out when I was on the freeway and everybody's cut me off and traffic was horrible. Just those small, minor victories. And whenever you have these little victories, you write them down, like kind of like Adam was saying. You're like, oh, my day wasn't that bad after all. I had a couple of victories. Oh, I didn't get crazy on the freeway. I was able to be more productive at work today. So you read these maybe after the fact, and you see that, hey, today wasn't actually that bad. I actually had some minor victories. And as I said earlier, you have all these minor victories, and it build a great foundation for you to accomplish larger victories down the line, to be a better person. That's why I like the gratitude journal, because I'm able to write down these things that I'm grateful for and build upon them, so I have more to be grateful for or thankful for down the line. And I kind of also think of it as training wheels, but training wheels that you don't ever want to take off. They're training wheels that help you on your way, like to have continual gratitude all throughout your life for all events. Like Adam was saying, bad events as well as good events. And I do think everybody should definitely write some sort of grateful things, whether you write on the back of a napkin, you throw it away right away, or you write it on a piece of paper and shred it.
Write it on your hand.
Write it on your hand, get a little tattoo.
No, then you accidentally get ink on your shirt or your white pants or whatever.
Yeah, just like whatever, tattoo daily, whatever your case may be. It doesn't have to be something that you have to look back on all the time, but at least something that you reflect on from that day, that it transpired, that you actually feel grateful for, and it keeps you in a, like we were saying earlier, in a positive mindset, because it puts you in a better mood. Like hypothetically, you're in a bad mood, but then now you're focusing on writing something positive, which kind of puts you in a positive mood. And who wouldn't want to be in a positive mood? Like we were saying, a lot of negative things going on around you. People arguing, people getting impatient on the freeways, on the streets, especially right now during the holiday season. It's about December-ish, so everybody's wanting to get here, get to parties, get to the mall, wherever they want to go, and so people get a little impatient. But when you think about how great we have it, because put things into perspective, a lot of people do have things off a lot worse than us. No matter how bad we are, more than likely there's somebody that's in a way worse situation. So be thankful, be grateful for what you do have, because even when you think you don't have something, there's something that you do have. You have a roof over your head. You have a job. Maybe you don't have family, I don't know, but you have friends. So
you can make friends.
Make friends. Talk to people. Do things that are communal. Go to the gym. Whatever the case may be.
Go to the bar. Go wherever. Go to church. I don't know.
Go to church. Even like just the community center. Like do community events. Help people. Donate your time. And you'll find like-minded individuals depending on what you want to spend your time doing. So more than likely, you're going to find a friend. You're going to have something to be grateful for. You have something to be thankful for. Thus putting a smile on your face and like kind of like just brighten you up internally. And hopefully it'll create and that internal smile will be shined out like a spotlight. Everybody sees your smile. People know you. People know your personality. People know you're upbeat, whatever the case may be. But long story short, gratitude journal is definitely something that has helped me lately and helped me to be a better person, because life's a struggle. Life isn't a struggle, but life is, you're constantly improving upon yourself.
We're challenged every day.
Yeah, you're challenged every day. Whether you're a millionaire or a freaking pauper, whatever the case may be, there's challenges nonetheless. Mm-hmm. But was there anything else you wanted to speak on?
No. That kind of fills everything out for myself, and I think you covered everything, and there's nothing that I think I can add to this, so.
Yeah, so if you get an opportunity, ASAP, go to the store, get a little composition book, whatever the case may be, napkin, like I said earlier, write it down, start a gratitude journal. Graphing paper,
very well.
And you can like color in all the boxes and spell out a word, whatever that might be. But enjoy it. I swear it'll bring a smile to your face, as long as you start doing it on a regular basis. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us.
This has been the TWNRGY Podcast.
And
we got Adam
and Aaron over here.
All right. Have a great one.
Love you guys.